I'm glad you mentioned that because, yeah, when we talk about strategic plans, our minds immediately go to, okay, what is the next strategic program? What does it look like to even have a strategic financial, plan and all of those things? But a strategic plan for thriving souls. So
Yes.
what does that look like? What
Yeah.
does it look
Yeah.
like to be strategic in that way?
Right. Well, so for us, it started with I was working on our strategic plan for the next year. This was a number of years ago. And I was thinking to myself, this is important. I mean, of course, I believe any organization should think strategically about its future and put those things in writing. So a strategic planning. But I also was thinking to myself, the actual, the bringing about of this plan into reality, right? It will hinge more than anything else on the health and well-being of me and the team that I'm a part of, right?
Yes.
Like if, I mean, on the one hand, of course, you can squeeze blood out of a turnip for a little while, right? And you can motivate people by fear or guilt or by financial, hey, if you just burn the candle at both ends, you'll make tons of money, right? You can squeeze those things out of people for a while. But in the long run, the fruit of that is going to be bitter fruit. You're going to have irritated people, angry people. You're going to have dissension in the team. They're going to run out of good ideas. There will not be the creativity. There will all of the fruit over time. It will not last. Right. But when it is fruit that is grounded in a healthy soul, meaning body, mind, spirit, relationships with others, then good fruit is going to grow out of that. Right. And so just like a healthy or a good farmer, a farmer knows she can't produce good fruit, right? He can't pull an orange out of his ear, but he knows that he is called to participate with God in the cultivation of healthy trees. And so that's how I see our role as leaders is when we sit down, just like a good farmer, we're thinking, what are the things that I can do, the practical things to participate with God in his cultivation of the health of the team members I lead. And just like we do with our external strategic plans, let's put down on paper a particular plan for caring well for the health of our team members and in each of the spheres of life. I divide that up into 5 areas. So the body, so the physical body, our intellect, our emotions, our relationships with others, social dimension, and then our spiritual dimension, our relationship with God. And within each of those 5 areas, putting that on paper, here are specific things that we want to do as a team, as our culture, as our particular practices to care for our team in each of those areas, confident that if we're doing that, then good fruit will grow from each of those lives, good fruit that will ultimately last.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more finance, governance, and fundraising news and insights for your church or ministry.